Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love. You can always book your own personal and private readings with me directly on my website, psychicbellalove.com. If you are a new customer, please read through the booking instructions, particularly if you are an international client, before booking your appointment. And you can also use coupon code FREE for 30% off all readings on the site for all of the month of November in honor of Free Britney Day. And you can join my Patreon. That is the only place where I do accept celebrity reading video requests. At the appropriate tier, we have exclusive content every single day. I don't upload my Patreon content over here later on. What's on YouTube is on YouTube. What's on Patreon is on Patreon. And we did an exclusive live last night. We're going to do one tomorrow on celebrity topics. So we're having a lot of fun over there, and we are completely uncensored. That's where we blow the lid off all of the conspiracy theories and crazy stuff going on in Hollywood. And if you would like to follow the backup channel, we will be doing live celebrity readings over there in the future once we get to the 1,000 subscriber threshold that YouTube requires to go live. And also you can follow me on Instagram. All that information will be linked in the description box below. I did not get a chance to upload anything yesterday because you guys can imagine that all of the YouTube servers were completely overloaded with everybody running to stream or post about what was going on with the Britney case. So I just had a little bit of time right now. I wanted to hop on because some other stuff did happen this week. I will have more Britney, readings and stuff coming to you guys. I just don't have the time for it right now. If you guys didn't know, and this is just, again, like I said, something real quick, when I had a moment to sit down and record, because I know some people were following this case. But if you didn't know, there's been a change in the situation with Erica Girardi, that one of the bankruptcy lawyers who was entrusted by the bankruptcy trustee to kind of, figure out where is the trail of money, who goes by the name of Ronald Richards, has now left the case. Everybody is claiming he was fired. He says that he voluntarily left. So there is that question. And then people wanting to know, because a lot of the lawyers who talk about these cases on YouTube have indicated, and I did pick up before, that she was going to end up having to deal with tax problems, and they've said the same. So people wanting to know, does that mean she's just going to have to pay it back, or like she's going to end up like Teresa Giudice and actually have to go, serve some time for tax fraud issues. So, and then the last question people wanted to know was, did Tom set Erica up? Because it's kind of looking like that. So we're just gonna jump in. I already shuffled up the cards before I got on because I knew I wasn't gonna have a lot of time. So I'm just gonna shuffle again as I ask my questions. But if you watch me, I usually do a long prayer over the cards and everything connecting. But like I said, I did that before we started. So Spirit, can you just tell us what happened with Ronald Richards? Did he really walk away from this willingly, or was he forced out, or was he fired, or did he just leave before he could get fired? He suddenly seems to have changed his tune and is no longer going after Erica as well, because people were saying that he was suddenly kind of like on her side. So let's see. There's been this is the thing, you guys. This is one of those weeks where all these really big things happen. So I was always like, oh my God, what's going on over here? What's going on over there? So I didn't get to catch up entirely on every single detail surrounding what happened between them that for the reason why everybody said that Ronald was like super suddenly on Erica's side. And apparently there was some emails that could be construed as him threatening Jay Edelson, who was the, you know, original attorneys that brought this all to light, who were representing the Lion Air Crash victims. But he says that's not what he meant. You know, I think it's one of those things where everybody may be interpreting it somewhat differently. Okay, first thing that's coming up in the underlying energy is he is not telling the truth about what happened in this situation and why he did walk away. He is trying to really try to, you know, turn things around to make it look better on his end, because he's really not happy with the way that things are going and with the way that, you know, it's like at first the judge would listen to me about stuff, but then every time people went and complained, either to the trustee or the judges or whoever was above him, you know, that person entrusted to oversee what Ronald was doing stopped being so much on his side and started listening to everybody else's complaints. And so Spirit is saying he knew what was coming. He saw the writing on the wall. He was aware that things were going to be filed. And so he chose to walk. And now there is this big thing of, let's go change everybody's perception real quick. So, and get ahead of the story. So it's very like PR like let me get ahead of the story and say, this is why I'm leaving, and, you know, try to make it look better for me. So did you technically leave on your own? Probably, but were you gonna get kicked out if you stayed? Yes. So, and he, you know, he feels like the more and more people that got involved in this case, the more and more people that had an issue with the way that he was handling things, and it was time for him to go before he was held accountable. So even though previously everything that he did have to say online was like, oh, you know, they said it's okay, it became an issue. And then his other communications that he also had then also became a problem. So, let's see. There is an idea out there, and I'm going to say this since we're talking about a lawyer, everything is all alleged. We're telling ghost stories with little flashcards that have pictures on them. Everybody, welcome to Storytelling Saturday with Bella. It's all my opinion, allegedly. But he did very much enjoy the public recognition that he was getting, because so many people now obviously, you know his name, like me, that wouldn't have before all of this. And with that, because there has been some, you know, opinions of people that he turned his opinion around towards Erica, or that energy that he had towards her. Not necessarily so much as in the sense of, oh, let's really truly work together so that we can make sure that the victims can be made whole again. But in the sense of, you do know a lot of powerful people, and there's a lot more people that may want to work with me. So maybe for my own future, I should change my tactic, because it's more profitable to work with you than against you, but not for the reasons that the rest of us are thinking. You know, that was not because of the victims. So, listen, there's been a few of these bloggers who haven't really been, you know, buying what Ronald has been saying for a while, and apparently they were right. So shout out Zach Peters and Kim Pyre. Okay, and I love them too, because I don't have time to be watching all these shows, and that's who I go run and listen to them, Up and At 'em, Layla Lynn, Grace Report. Let's give credit because, you know, if it wasn't for creators like them, I would not have the time to go research individually every situation going on. So I love my YouTube news creators. Okay. Oh, so let's see. Spirit, can you just tell us yes or no? Is Erica going to be criminally held liable for tax fraud? Thank you. Will Erica Girardi be held criminally liable for tax fraud? Thank you, Spirit. Yes or no? And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because I try to cover a variety of topics and all of the latest stuff that's going on, and I do try to upload every day. I don't have like a consistent schedule because, you know, YouTube has just been all over the place is how long it takes to upload stuff, and nothing about my internet service has changed. So, but you know, there's also been a lot going on and a lot of people making videos about it. So, okay. So that's why you want to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, since, you know, you can't count on 11 a.m. There's going to be a video. I try to do that, but like I said, this uploading stuff. So this is what I keep getting. I keep getting that Erica may not end up going to the slammer, you know. I don't feel her having that, you know, same outcome that Teresa Giudice had. However, I do see her being held very financially responsible, and I don't feel it being great for her because, you know, obviously when you owe the IRS money, they will garnish your wages, they will freeze your accounts, they will do things, and they have entered into, I think, the bankruptcy, or there's some involvement from them already. I am not a lawyer, and like I said, I've been trying to keep up, you know, but there's a lot of things going on in this, so please don't take anything I say as like a fact either. But I know that the, you know, it's either the state franchise tax board or it may be the IRS too. They are, you know, involved in everything that's going on right now as well. So I don't get her having to go to jail over it, because I do get that they are going to be able to pass that off as she trusted Tom because he said that he needed to do it, you know, keep everything through his business because everything was going through certain accounts or this or that. And so I do feel them being able to prove something that, like, they're not going to pursue criminal charges against Erica. However, like I said, I do feel her being on the hook for a lot of freaking money with this. So Erica's going to be really busting her butt for quite a long time and having to be very careful financially to climb out of the hole that Tom has basically stuck her into, you know, because like I was talking to somebody the other night and I was saying, you know, it's really crazy when you think about it, that when Sutton said, oh, like, what did she say? The devil always comes to collect or something. And I was like, that term is always, the devil only loans you things and he always comes back to collect ×3, whereas a blessing from God takes longer to reach your hands, but it will stay with you. And it is interesting because I was like, Tom kind of really did set her up, whether he intentionally did it or not, that it's like, oh yeah, babe, spend all this money, you know, it's like every dime I'm spending on you, you're gonna have to pay back, and maybe possibly ×3 someday anyways. So it's pretty crazy. Okay, Spirit, just yes or no. Did Tom willfully and intentionally set Erica up in all of the way that he was scheming and plotting and doing all of these financial crimes so that she would end up having to be responsible for this? Was this some sort of Machiavellian scheme of Tom's to set her up? Thank you. I almost like, you know, Mob Radio, I almost said, is this a scheme Todd said? It's not. It's that, you know, it's just, number one, you made the mistake of thinking that you were, you know, getting this amazing life with this amazing guy, and unfortunately he turned out to be an actual jackass and a thief and criminal. But I don't get that he purposely was like, I'm gonna set everything up so Erica's responsible in the end. But I do think that it's coming up that he saw an opportunity, you know, when she wanted to be Erica Jane and create EJ Global and all of that, for him to pass that money through it. But I don't get that she had any, you know, knowledge of that, nor I don't think she even understood what he was doing or would have understood that it was something wrong. But I don't get that he either was like, oh yeah, you know, who cares? Let Erica go down for everything. So guys, I just wanted to clear those last few questions up. I'm honestly really done with this whole situation, unless something like, you know, oh my God, Erica was hiding, you know, $25 million in a suitcase under her bed and they found it kind of situation. Like there's, you know. So anyways, guys, I love you all so very much. But let me know in the comments, would you be interested in a reading on Kyle? Because everybody always says that she's fake and phony and that Mauricio cheats on her and all this stuff. And I just kind of was a little like, maybe. So let me know in the comments, because like you guys know, I don't want to waste my time doing videos that nobody's going to watch, because I have very little time in between calls and being a mom and everything else to record stuff. So I like to record things that at least there was, you know, benefit, that people watched it and enjoyed it. So, all right, guys, love you so much. I will see you all later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out so you don't miss anything. So I am trying to be good and get daily uploads going for all of November and December. Also, you can join my Patreon, follow me on Instagram or the backup channel. That will all be linked in the description box below. I love you all so much, and I hope everybody is having an amazing weekend. And congratulations to Britney Spears one more time. I am so happy for her, and I hope that she's just living her absolute most best dream life going forwards, because she deserves nothing else but that. So, all right, guys, bye.